Hey adventurers, so today is going to be my quarter one MBR for January or for 2025. By the time you're seeing this, we're into February and we'll be like halfway through I think we'll be into February. Let me check real quick. Oh, maybe not. No, you won't. Cool. So you're still in January when you're seeing this if you watch it on the day that it's released. But anyways, we're already a fair ways into quarter one, and so some of these things will have already been read. If that's the case, oh well. But anyways, I'm going to go through and mention my plans for quarter one of 2025, which is January, February, March. And with this, I am changing a little bit from what I did last year. Last 2 years, I think, is I've been doing this now. And that's basically just giving a whole list of books that I might potentially read. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I think I'm going to change it to accommodate a little bit more my plans a little bit, kind of the way that I'm approaching reading this year. And so we'll see how that goes. But to start off with, as always, quarter one of the year, I reread The Lord of the Rings. And so this year, the way that I have decided to reread Lord of the Rings, that is something different than I usually do, than is done in the past, rather something different than just sitting down and reading the book from the start to end. I am actually going to listen to so I've listened to audiobooks before, but what I'm going to do this time is listen to the BBC radio drama that was prepared, or that they made for this one. I have listened to this in the past, and I have very fond memories of listening to it in the past. And there's a like a musical theme that plays at the beginning of each of the chapters or something like that. That's been in my mind since I listened to that, and I just like as soon as I think about that, it instantly transports me back to listening to The Lord of the Rings that time, which I believe was my second read of Lord of the Rings, or consumption of the story. Physically read it the first time, and then I listened to that as my first reread. And so I'm gonna go listen to that as my annual reread of Lord of the Rings. So it's gonna be a little bit different than actually reading the story, because it's not a word for word adaptation, but I'm excited to do it because it's been I think I did that in 2014, so it's been 10 years now, 11 years now since I listened to that, and so I'm excited to go through and re-listen to it. Anyways, so I will be doing that. That's how I'm going to be doing my reread of Lord of the Rings. Might as well mention this. I don't yet have a Hobbit Day video, or a Tolkien Reading Day video planned, which is March 25th. And so I need to come up with something for that, and I don't yet have something for that. So if anybody has any ideas or things that they would like to maybe see me talk about, let me know, and I'll think about it. At the very least, I may not do it, but I'll think about it. If you don't have something, then I'll come up with something, and don't worry about it. But just thought I'd mention it. All right, the other things. So let's go continue down through here. Then I want to read Peter Pan. At the time of filming this, I already have, but Peter Pan is by J.M. Barrie is one of the books that I wanted to read in quarter one, so I'm going to do that. Desperate Dispatches. I'm just now realizing that I'm not holding up the books, and I did not prepare to hold up the books, so I guess I won't be. You'll just be seeing pictures. Desperate Dispatches by Mike Molman. This is the fourth book in the Protectors of Prytani. I have it physically. I will probably get to it on audio faster, and so I'll probably go just buy the audio, because that's what I usually do, and listen to that. But I do have that physically if I get to it physically. Actually, I'm going to hold some of these up because it's easier. I have Tribe of the Accord by Sean Michael Stone. This is one that I received, that the author sent me a while back, probably well over a year ago now, and asked me to read and review, and I accepted this, and so now I need to actually get to it, and I've wanted to for a long time. And so this is one of the plans for quarter one. I'm going to try my utmost to physically read this. I need to finish what I'm currently physically reading, and then I will do that. Along the same lines, I have Rada by Tracy M. Joyce. This is another one that the author sent me and asked me for a review of, and again, same situation. It's been way too long and I haven't read it. I want to, so I'm going to prioritize that, and these two, Tribe of the Accord and Rada, are the two that those are my physical reads for quarter one. This is what I'm going to focus on. I need to finish up a couple of these other things, but this is what I'm going to focus on. Then I'm continuing through with Wheel of Time. I believe I have 2 books left in the series, and actually one of them I have 3 books. As of the beginning of quarter 1, I have 3 books left, which is The Gathering Storm, which is book 13, and then I have, or book 12, and then I have 13 and 14, which I don't know what they're called. Memory of Light is the final book. So I want to continue reading those and actually finish up that series. It doesn't have to be quarter 1, but I want to continue making progress in that. And already I have, because I've already read Gathering Storm. What else have I got on here? Harry Potter. I want to continue reading Harry Potter, which as of the beginning of quarter 1, I was on book 5, which is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So I want to read that one and continue at least to book 6. And I should, because I've already read book 5. And so we should be able to go on to book 6. And all right, then I have Leather Stocking Tales. I do not know what the next book in the series is that I have. I have read the first 2, which are the Deer Slayer and Last of the Mohicans, and so I need to read the 3rd book in the series. I believe it's a 5-book series, so I need to continue reading that, and that's one that I do want to make serious progress on and complete. And then finally, I want to finish out the Space Trilogy, which is I need to finish out Paralandra, which I should be able to fairly quickly, and I need to read book 3, which is This Hideous Strength, I don't remember. And that is then I will have completed the Space Trilogy. Also, if I get time, I don't think I'm going to plan it for quarter 1, but if I get time, I have The Dark Tower and Other Stories by C.S. Lewis, and I want to complete that as well, because that was part of my challenge for 2024, was to make 2024 a year of Lewis, and I absolutely failed at that. So anyways, those are the individual specifics that I want to try and make some progress on. Undoubtedly, there will be some other books that I throw in there that will get read. All right, but here's kind of my goal with the quarters, and how the rest of the quarter shapes up beyond these, I don't really care. But this is what I want to do for each quarter. I want to try and be a little bit more specific with this. And so I want to read a minimum of 1 classic per quarter, a minimum of 1 sent to me. So that would be, for example, Errata or Tribes of the Accord, or any of the many other books that I've had sent to me specifically. And when I say sent to me, that's specifically ones that the author or the publisher has sent me requesting that I read and review. And so that's what I mean with the sent to me. And so I want to have a minimum of 1 of those read per quarter. So we've got 1 classic, 1 sent to me, 1 fantasy, very easy for me to do, and then 1 sci-fi. And so if I can do all those things, so yeah, that's my broad goal for the quarters, is to read 1 classic, 1 sent to me, 1 fantasy, and 1 sci-fi, which is, I know, is only 4 books, but I can read more than that, and I can read beyond that as well. But that gives me a little bit more play in what I'm going to be doing and reading, and far less constricted. And if I don't read a bajillion books per quarter, that's perfectly okay, because I've now limited it down to 4 per quarter. And obviously I'm going to try and make a priority of reading what's on my shelves. That's something that I did mention in my goals. So priority of reading what's on my shelves, physically reading more, stuff like that. And so anyways, I am rambling now. If you want to know more of my kind of goals for the year, go watch my goals video for the year, because that will give you a better taste and idea. This is just a smaller chunk, a quarter 1 MBR. And so it gives you a little bit of an idea of the path that I might take with these, but also a broad categories to fit them into type thing. Anyways, that is enough. That is my quarter 1 MBR for 2025. Thank you guys for watching an Erudite adventure. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Do all the things, We'll see you guys again soon. Stay warm.